It's time for Evanston Red Devil Sports live on mylocalradio.com and on the radio with KNYN 99.1 FM. Evanston Red Devil Sports is brought to you by Trona Valley Federal Credit Union, Uintah County School District Number 1, Bear River Dental, Rocky Mountain Yeti, Western Wyoming Community College and Uintah BOCES Number 1. Ready. Mountain West Business Solutions, the University of Wyoming, Evanston Regional Hospital, Cache Valley Visitors Bureau, Dr. McKay Frankham, the Best Western Dunmar Inn and Legal Tender Restaurant, Westar Printing and Rocky Mountain Sign, Freeway Tire, the Come On in Casper, and by Dr. Todd Hoover. And now it's time to sit back and relax as we take you to the action with the voice of the Evanston Red Devils, Elan Olliff.
And we welcome you live to Evanston Aquatic Center at Davis Middle School for today's action. It's the Evanston invite between the Red Devils, the Kemmer Rangers, and the Lyman Eagles, live here on mylocalradio.com, about 15 minutes away from our first event. In the meantime, we got a pre-program for you. We'll kick it off with the scene set right after this. You're tuned in to a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devils Swim and Dive, live on mylocalradio.com.
Helpful, friendly, and knowledgeable, the staff at Kazine's Ace Hardware is ready to assist with any home improvement project. Kazine's Ace Hardware, the helpful place, has expanded their store and inventory to meet your every need. Next time you're updating, painting, or maintaining your home, or you're in need of small engine repair on your lawnmower, chainsaw, or snowblower, visit Kazine's Ace Hardware at 800 Front Street in Evanston.
Get back to feeling your best with Evanston Regional Hospital Physical Therapy. If you find yourself struggling with pain or limited mobility in your everyday life, your recovery starts here. With a personalized treatment plan just for you, our experienced physical therapists will help you every step of the way to reach your goals and get back to doing what you love. Call us today to schedule an appointment. Evanston Regional Hospital, helping you get your life back.
When participating in sports, there's always a lot to talk about performing at the top of your game. I'd like to expand on that and ask, how about performing at the top of your game in every part of your life? This is Dr. Todd Hoover with Hoover Chiropractic. I offer solutions to help improve all aspects of your game called life. Pain management, migraines, allergies, emotional release, nutritional supplements based on blood tests, and improved athletic performance. To help you perform at the top of your game every day, call today to schedule an appointment in Evanston or in Kemmer. Hoover Chiropractic, 307-789-0043.
Do you want to further your education? Are you thinking of attending college? You can start now here in Evanston. Western Evanston Outreach provides students with a low-cost alternative to leaving town. Western offers a variety of degrees including nursing, EAS, and our brand new cybersecurity, also offering a variety of certificate programs that can be completed all right here in Evanston. Western Evanston Outreach, we are your local community college.
At the Evanston Walmart, you'll find all the tools students need to succeed. Our team is committed to providing quality products and an excellent shopping experience. Stop in today. 125 North 2nd Street, Evanston. Walmart. Save money, live better.
And we welcome you back to the Les Schwab Plains Tire broadcast booth for our pre-show, brought to you by Kazine's Ace and Furniture, as we get ready for a action-packed morning here at the Evanston Aquatic Center. And it's going to be a lot of fun. All the events will be covered here this morning, including the diving. And let's go ahead and run through what we have going on. We'll kick it off with the 200-yard medley relay. Then the 200-yard freestyle relay, your favorite, it's Lyman's sit-up bitter. Then in the 200-yard IM, the favorite is Lyman's Hayden Hewitt. 50-yard freestyle, the favorite is Kemmer's Kylie Price. In the 1 meter diving, of course, it's Rachel Johnson. She is the favorite and has not lost all year this year. In the 100-yard butterfly, Brooklyn Larson at Evanston is the favorite. In the 100-yard freestyle, it'll be a fun race, but Sita Bitter is the favorite in the 100-yard freestyle. In the 500-yard freestyle, only one competitor, and she's going to be swimming to try to make it into state, and it is Evanston's Sarah Fadden. In the 200-yard freestyle relay, then we'll have the 100-yard backstroke where the favorite is Kaylee Julander of Kemmer. And in the 100-yard breaststroke, the favorite is Ali Barchi of Kemmer. And then we'll close it down with the 400-yard freestyle relay. We'll go more and more into each of those events and what those all involve as we move on throughout the morning. But this is a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil Swim and Dive live on mylocalradio.com. We're going to step aside. When we come back, we'll hear from Evanston Swim and Dive coach Terry Wilt. We'll be right back after this on a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil Swim and Dive on mylocalradio.com.
Trust, hard work, and experience is what you'll find at Brian's Muffler Shop in Evanston. Quality work at a great price. Brian's Muffler is the perfect fit for oil changes, stock and performance mufflers, and Anderson hitches and accessories. Call Brian's Muffler today, 789-7021.
The perfect mix of different ingredients can create the most delicious creation. Successful people have the ability to bring many different individuals together who work, collaborate, show kindness, use problem-solving skills, and include each individual's talents and gifts to create new inventions, compose beautiful music, and find ways to make the world a better place. At Uintah County School District Number 1, we work together every day to promote student success. Uintah County School District Number 1, Pathway to Excellence.
Great signage is an important component to any successful business. It lets your customers know they have arrived at your doors, and it's a constant advertisement of who you are. When you install LED signage, you're taking it one step further. The ability to create color messages that move is an attention grabber. Plus, you can change the message whenever you would like. Make your business stand out with an LED sign from Rocky Mountain Sign, providing service, installation, and maintenance on all signage. Rocky Mountain Sign, licensed in Wyoming and Utah. Call today for a quote, 307-789-5202.
The best trips away from home always come when you know you're among friends. This is Coulter Patterson, General Manager at the Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper, Wyoming. I invite you to stay with us every time you're here. We've got the absolute best staff. Lots of our team members have been working together for years, and we feel like we're a happy family. I guarantee you'll feel that when you come stay with us. We're always glad that you choose the Come On In, and we'll do everything to make your stay comfortable and relaxing. The Come On In Hotel and Suites is the best place to stay because we have the best staff in Casper. Come on in today.
Hey there, I'm Jake Major, your local Medicare and insurance benefits advisor for the Bullock Agency of Wyoming. With over 25 years of experience protecting families in rural America, we understand the importance of having an affordable insurance coverage. Whether you're searching for extra coverage or looking to understand and switch your Medicare options, I can help you find a range of top-rated insurance companies and tailor-made packages based on your needs. Call me, Jake Major, today at 307-209-4685 and let's discuss your insurance options. We're the Bullock Agency of Wyoming when benefits matter.
Here with Evanston Red Devil Girls Swim and Dive coach Terry Wilt. Coach Wilt, you guys have your final home meet of the season happening Saturday. Scheduled originally at 10 o'clock, but they've bumped that up to 9 o'clock. Can you tell what the great swim fans in Evanston, what they can expect at that competition?
Yes, tomorrow is our last meet of the season. And so we again are going to be against Kemmer and Lyman, who we were against last time. And we will, so we have some kids away at the band state. And so we have a little bit less kids. Some of our kids that are some of our top swimmers, they're going to be out. So it'll be good. It'll be good for our younger swimmers to get a chance to experience some of the other relays and to be in the relays. Some of our newer, freshmen and even sophomore swimmers will get to swim more in those tomorrow than in previous meets.
One of the highlight athletes that you usually, every meet there's like that highlight athlete that people kind of pay to come see. One of the highlight athletes this year specifically for Evanston is Rachel Johnson, undefeated in the diving. She'll be competing on Saturday. Can you just talk about her a little bit and the kind of season she's had?
Yeah, she's really done a really good job this season. Each meet she has been PRing, and her and Alyssa just PR'd again on their 11 dive list, and she's getting closer and closer to beating our school records. So I'm excited for her and just for the upcoming years too. We got 2 more years with her, and she just gets stronger and stronger each meet.
With her being a sophomore, do you feel like she could beat the school record this year?
I don't know. It's close. It could happen, but probably more like next year. A lot of it is just upping the degree of difficulty in her dives. Once we get those a little bit higher, then she'll be looking pretty strong and looking, good to beat both of the 6 dive and 11 dive records for the school.
Moving on to the racer portion of your team, the number 1 swimmer on the team right now is Brooklyn Larson. She's already qualified in multiple events. You also have Clara and Lyra Hutchinson, who are doing a great job. Talk to us a little bit about the racers that are going to be in on Saturday. We do know that you're missing some of your top racers on Saturday, but talk to us a little bit about those that we'll see on Saturday.
Yeah, sure. We still have Brooklyn. Brooklyn will be racing tomorrow, and yeah, she is our top swimmer. She's now qualified in all events other than diving. She's not a diver, but she definitely has met all the requirements for all the swim events. Lyra and Clara are both also in the marching band, so they're actually going to be away at the state finals for marching band, so we won't see them this weekend. Sarah Fadden, though, is one that has definitely come up and is really doing well. She's almost qualified and almost really all the events, just barely, just by just barely any seconds. That we're looking at now that we're tapering that she could very much qualify in some of the events. And then even Alyssa Sipos, the diver, she's also a great swimmer, so she's in all 3 of the relays, and she kind of holds that spot, our anchor spot on the relays, and so she'll be swimming tomorrow as well.
And a big thank you to Coach Terry Wiltz for joining us on our Bullock Agency with Wyoming Jake Major pregame coaches show. We are about 4 minutes away from the start. We'll break it down even more when we come back after this. You're tuned in to a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil Swim and Dive live on mylocalradio.com.
Explore Logan, Utah. We've got so much awesomeness, I don't know where to begin. Your hotel is only 10 minutes from the gorgeous National Forest for hiking and biking, birdwatching, and wildflower spying. Logan is Utah's heart of the arts, with more than 253 live professional performances this summer and free concerts every weekday. Catch the Garters Market and tons of festivals and fun. Head to Logan. You won't break the bank on less than a tank. ExploreLogan.com.
In the past, when you needed a crown, it took multiple appointments and a mouthful of goop to create a mold of your teeth. Those days are gone. Bear River Dental has equipment that gets your crown done in 1 appointment.
So this is the scanner for our same-day crowns, and as you can see, we go through, we scan it, and then we're able to design exactly what your crown's going to look like, and then we send that to the mill, and it's going to cut it out. It's going to look just like it's shown on the screen.
The same-day crown machine builds your new crown for a perfect fit. Same-day crowns are one of the many services offered at Bear River Dental in Evanston. Call today to schedule an appointment.
When you're looking for great deals on a vehicle, you'll find them at Rocky Mountain Yeti in Evanston. With 2 locations to serve you, let your adventure start here. Rocky Mountain Yeti in Evanston, legend driven.
Quality is the one thing that you can always count on when you do business with Ellingford Brothers in Evanston. You always get high-quality products and friendly, knowledgeable service at Ellingford's. Stop in today, 199 County Road, Evanston.
A big thank you to our national anthem singers. It sounded like that was Alyssa Seapost and Rachel Johnson as we get set for the Ellingford Brothers. Story behind this one, and the story behind this one is it is the final one before conference. So this is the first of their 3 final chances to qualify for state, and we have a whole multitude of state qualifiers. And let's kind of go through what people who couldn't, or who's knocking on the door of qualifying for state. In the girls 200-yard freestyle, event number 2, Sita Bitzer from Lyman only needs to drop about 2 seconds in order to qualify there. In the 100-yard IM, Sarah Fadden of Evanston needs to drop 3 seconds. In the 50-yard freestyle, Kylie Batista out of Kemmer needs to drop less than a second. It's 28.45. She comes in with a 28.76. In the 100-yard freestyle, 2 girls all within 2 seconds of qualifying. It's Lexi Snyder out of Lyman and Gracelyn Allen out of Lyman. In the 500-yard freestyle, Sarah Fadden needs to drop 8 seconds to qualify. In the 100-yard backstroke, Kaylee Julander only needs to drop 0.3 of a second in order to qualify in the backstroke. And the breaststroke, Hayden Hewitt out of Lyman needs to drop less than a second in order to make it. So that is your story behind the meet, brought to you by Ellingford Brothers as we get set for our first one of the day. And of course, we are going to kick it off with the 200-yard medley relay. And these lane assignments brought to you by Varsity Inc. Varsity Inc., we are on your team. In lane 1, it's Evanston's B team, Rachel Johnson, Gigi Larson, Kinsey Fackrell, and Hannah Collada. In lane number 2, it will be Kemmer's A team with Kaylee Julander, Ava Hunter, Destiny Shepard, and Kylie Batista. In lane 3, Evanston's A team, Alyssa Seapost, Sarah Fadden, Brooklyn Larson, and Story Hawkins. In lane 4, Lyman's A team, Lexi Snyder, Eliza Reutz, Gracelyn Allen, and Hayden Hewitt. And Lyman's B team in lane 5, Brooke Gossard, Oakley Crane, Avery Sill, and Briley Dalk. We're going to start with the backstroke, of course. And those lane assignments, of course, brought to you by Varsity Inc. Varsity Inc., we're on your team. And we're underway in our first event of this invite this afternoon. And off to an early lead, it is Evanston's A team being led by Alyssa Seapost in the backstroke. It'll be 50 yards of each stroke. So down and back, great turn by lane 2, Kaylee Julander out of Kemmer. She's now got the lead for the Rangers. Last time we had swimming on mylocalradio.com, it was these very same 3 teams. Evanston won fairly easy, but as mentioned in the pregame show by Coach Terry Wilt, Evanston missing 3 of their top 5 scores. We'll see what that does to the Red Devils here in the team competition. Now with the lead, it is Lyman's A, thanks to the great breaststroke by Eliza Reutz, the sophomore. Keep an eye, though, on Evanston's A. Sarah Fadden, she's starting to close down a little bit here as they'll get ready to send in the butterfly swimmers. And at the wall, it is Lyman stopping the split at 111.10, 113.63 for Evanston A. And into the water goes Gracelyn Allen and Brooklyn Larson in the butterfly. Larson, the best swimmer on this Evanston team. This is the chance to make a move if you are the Red Devils. Larson now with the lead, getting ready to bring it over to Story Hawkins. Larson with about a body length. Great swim here by Brooklyn Larson to try to give Evanston the lead as their split is a 114.99. Lyman A, 147.30. 144.99 to 147.30. And the freestyle. It's a showdown between Story Hawkins of Evanston and Hayden Hewitt out of Lyman. Good competition for third place between Lyman B and Kemmer A. And Lyman B right now with the lead. But coming home, we got ourselves a race. It is Lyman and Evanston. Story for Lyman, Hewitt for Lyman, Hewitt for Evanston. And Lyman wins 2:14.41 to 2:15.69. Now coming home in third place, it will be Kemmer's A team with Kylie Batista, rounding out the top three. Stop the clock at 2:28.07. In fourth place, Lyman B team 2:32.76, and the Evanston B team comes in fifth with a 2:37.48. As we move on to event number 2, the 200-yard freestyle relay. And we've got our lane assignments brought to you by Varsity Inc. Varsity Inc., we're on your team. In lane 1, it's Avery Sill, the freshman out of Lyman. Lane 2, Sarah Fadden, the sophomore from Evanston. Lane 3, Hayden Hewitt, the sophomore from Lyman. Eliza Reutz, the sophomore from Lyman, is in lane 4. And Adrian Dearden, the senior from Kemmer, in lane 5. The favorite is Hayden Hewitt, as she comes in 4 seconds faster than Eliza Reutz, both of them from Lyman. But Sarah Fadden in lane 2 needs to drop 3 seconds in order to qualify for state. And those are your lane assignments brought to you by Varsity Inc. Varsity Inc., we're on your team. All right, check that. I read that wrong. Sorry. Lane 1 is Destiny Shepard out of Kemmer. Kenzie Fackrell from Evanston in lane 2. Sita Bitter from Lyman in lane 3. Joni Ellis from Lyman in lane 4. Alanis Major from Lyman in lane 5. And Emma Kohler from Kemmer in lane 6. I was reading the 200-yard IM. This is the 200-yard freestyle. Bitzer, the favorite, and needs to drop 2 seconds in order to make it to state. And immediately Sita Bitzer with a good lead out here. 200-yard freestyle, so 4 laps rather, 8 lengths of the pool. And already at the 50-yard mark with more than a body length, it's Sita Bitzer out of Lyman with a good start here. She cruises into the wall and hits the split 30-43 at the 50-yard mark, so an eighth of a way through, looking at a 2-minute flat time, but you know that she will drop some time and slow down a little bit on the second half of the race. In second place, it is Joni Ellis out of Lyman. So Ellis and Bitter from Lyman battling here for the top 2 positions. Third place, Alanis Major from Lyman as well. So the Eagles running 1, 2, 3 right now as Bitter comes to the 100-yard mark at a time of 1:07.82, puts her on a pace for 2:14, and that would be indeed fast enough to qualify. Bitter comes in with a 2:36.70 or 2:25.01. She needs to be 2:23.76 as she hits the 125-yard mark around the 127 range and has a good lead here. So she does look to win the heat here this morning. But the big question is she going to qualify for state? Keep your eye, though, on Joni Ellis. She is starting to bring some time back, but nice loose swimming here from Sita Bitzer. The junior rather, makes the turn. Here's the freshman, though, Joni Ellis with a good turn here. Bitzer with only just over 25 yards left. As Ellis is right there in second place. Third place, Alanis Major of Lyman. Sita Bitzer getting the wave around from coach. Sita Bitzer with a good lead here, and she is going to take the win for Lyman and stops the clock. 2:25.30, just outside of the state qualifying time. In second place will be Joni Ellis, 2:31.87, and over in lane 2, Fackrell from Evanston making a charge, but it will be Alanis Major coming in third place, 2:43.61. Fackrell fourth, 2:48.75, and Shepard of Kemmer, 2:47.18. Emma Kohler from Kemmer, the last one out there, trying to finish this one up. And she does stop the watch with a 3:05.12, and that is a new personal best for Kemmer's Emma Kohler. So congratulations to her. Good swim there by Kohler, as now we get set for our 200-yard individual medley. Here's your lane assignments brought to you by Varsity Inc. Varsity Inc., we're on your team. Get all your Red Devil gear at Varsity Inc. in downtown Evanston. Avery Sill of Lyman in lane 1. Sarah Fadden from
Evanston, the sophomore, in lane 2, still, by the way, a freshman. Lyman sophomore Hayden Hewitt in lane 3. Eliza Reutz, sophomore from Lyman in lane 4. Adrian Dearden, senior from Kemmer in lane 5. In the 200-yard medley, keep your eye on lane 2, going right to left on your screen. Sarah Fadden from Evanston needs to drop just around 3 seconds in order to qualify for state. 50 of butterfly, 50 of backstroke, 50 of breaststroke, and 50 of freestyle. And with a good start, it's Eliza Reutz out of Lyman. But keep your eye on this. Adrian Dearden of Kemmer in the end could have something to say about it, but here comes Hayden Hewitt as Dearden and Hewitt are right on each other's tails. Hewitt with maybe a little bit better of a turn. Now also Sarah Fadden getting into the mix from Evanston. And Fadden now into second place, chasing down Hewitt. So the battle between 2 and 3 right now as Hewitt stops the clock with a 33.71. Fadden 38.13. And right now in the backstroke, here is Hayden Hewitt out of Lyman. The sophomore with a strong backstroke leg. Keep your eye on Eliza Reutz out of Lyman. She may have something to say about this as well, as she is starting to catch Fadden. So your top 3, it's 2 Eagles and a Red Devil right now, but don't count out Adrian Dearden out of Kemmer. Eliza Reutz, though, in second place in contest with Evanston's Sarah Fadden, and it's just about a half second separating. Now the breaststroke. This could create some separation. Reutz with a strong breaststroke now, starting to pull ahead into second place. Hayden Hewitt of Lyman, though, has the lead going into the final length of the breaststroke. And it is Reutz in second, Fadden in third. Fadden kind of using Hewitt and Reutz as a little bit of a carrot to try to chase her way into the state meet happening in about 3 weeks' time. 2 weeks' time, rather. Reutz into second place, but it's Hewitt in first by about 3 seconds. Fadden in third for Evanston. So Lyman, Evanston as we enter the freestyle. 2:43 is the time to beat to make it to state. It is going to be very, very close for the 2 second place and third place teams. Reutz has already qualified for state. We're keeping an eye on Fadden in lane 2, but it's Hayden Hewitt of Lyman who is going to take the win here today and stop the clock with a 2:37.52. Reutz second with a 2:46.3. And Fadden comes in with a 2:45.39. It's a new personal best for Fadden as she continues to tick away at those state qualifying times. In fourth, it's Adrian Dearden, 2:47.43. And Avery Sill out of Lyman, still racing to end the 200-yard IM, and she'll stop the clock, 3:11.47. So we move on to the 50-yard freestyle, and of course our lane assignments in heat 1 of 3, brought to you by Varsity Inc. Varsity Inc., we're on your team. In lane 1, freshman from Evanston, Ella Clarito. In lane 3 from Evanston, freshman Jolie Swan, and Abigail Bitter, freshman from Lyman, in lane 4. So 2, 3, 4 in the 50-yard freestyle, heat 1 of 3. And then after this, we'll have a short break. Then we'll get you set for the diving event. 4 divers, 11 dives apiece. During the diving event, we'll do what we did last time, where we turn up the crowd mic so you can hear the judges and the announcer talk about the dives, because they can do a much more effective job than I can. Again, those lane assignments brought to you by Varsity Inc. Varsity Inc., we're on your team. So 2 Red Devils in lanes 2 and 3, and an Eagle in lane 4. The favorite in this heat is Jolie Swan of Evanston in the middle. And we're underway in heat 1 of 3 of the girls' 50-yard freestyle. And Bitter with a great start. Abigail Bitter from Lyman with about a quarter of a body length lead. It'll come down to the turn as Jolie Swan is right there with her. Good turn by Swan to try to keep Bitter in range. As they come to the finish, Swan with a strong finish. Jolie Swan out of Evanston finishing strong here. And now she's starting to get something done here, and she will take this heat and stop the clock with a 35.68, 36.67 for Bitter. And 41.44 for Clarito. Bitter with a new personal best. Now that'll set us up for lane 2 of 3. Lane assignments brought to you by Varsity Inc. Lane 1, it'll be Briley Dalk from Lyman. Hannah Colada from Evanston in lane 2. Kaylin Lockwood from Kemmer in lane 3. Ava Hunter from Kemmer in lane 4. Gigi Larson from Evanston in lane 5. And Hannah Walker from Kemmer in lane 6. The favorite in this heat is the sophomore out of Kemmer, Lockwood. But you've got 3 all within the same second. Hannah Colada, 32.99. Lockwood, the favorite, with a 32.41. And Ava Hunter from Kemmer with a 32.71. So the race, the battle, so to speak, looks to take place in lanes 2, 3, and 4 on your screen, going from right to left. And we're underway. Good start in lane 4. Ava Hunter of Kemmer. But, man, look at the power by Lockwood. Even though the start wasn't as good as Hunter, Lockwood still with the lead. At the turn, the 3 we mentioned all right there. Keep your eye on Hannah Colada of Evanston. This is going to be a tight race. It looks like Colada might be taking advantage of Lockwood tightening up a little bit. Colada with the lead right now. Lockwood down to 3rd. And it's going to be close, and it is. Colada, 31.99. Second place is Hunter. Lockwood is 3rd. Dalk is 4th. Larson is 5th. And Walker is 6th. 31.99 for Colada. That is a new personal best for her. Lockwood. Oh, the time went away before it went too quickly. So now we go to our varsity heat here. And here's your lane assignments brought to you by Varsity Inc. Brooke Gossard from Lyman in lane 1. Tyler Thatcher from Kemmer in lane 2. Kylie Price from Kemmer in lane 3. Lexi Snyder from Lyman in lane 4. Kylie Batista from Kemmer in lane 5. Graceland Allen from Lyman in lane 6. Keep your eye on Batista. The time is 28.45. She comes in with the best time of 28.76 in lane 5. But the favorite is Kylie Price out of Kemmer, 25.48 over in lane 3. Batista in lane 5. Going 1 through 5, right to left on your screen. Keep an eye on her. She's trying to chase State. Good start by Price in lane 3 for Kemmer. And she is already stretching out a lead. And if she can execute a great turn here, it might as well be over because there is so little room for error. And Kylie Price is cruising to a victory here in the 50-yard freestyle. It's a battle for second place as Price with a 25.19. Second place, it is Batista, 28.92. Not going to qualify for state. Third place is Thatcher. Fourth place, Snyder. Fifth place, Gossard. Sixth place, Allen. So second place does go to Batista, but she's going to miss qualifying for state just barely. And third place, rounding out the top 3, it's Thatcher from Kemmer. So Kemmer goes 1, 2, 3 in the 50-yard freestyle. We're going to go ahead and take a break and get you set for the diving. When we come back, you're tuned in to a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil Swim and Dive live on mylocalradio.com.
Out here, we've always worked remote. Out here, stress usually refers to the pull on a rope. Where a stroll in the city is also a stroll in the great outdoors. Where work is a way of life, and life is good. Out here, the backyards are big, and the deals, they're even bigger. This is southwestern Wyoming, and it's where you can get the biggest deals on a vehicle you want with plenty of hometown hospitality. Heritage Auto, your hometown dealer with the biggest deals.
We're off to the rodeo. My Local Rodeo is proud to bring you live streaming coverage of high school rodeo from Utah and Wyoming, as well as the Intermountain Icebreaker of the National High School Rodeo Association's Western Legacy Series in 2023 and 2024. If you're interested in becoming a broadcast sponsor and advertising your business to the most loyal group of viewers in the country, you won't find a better opportunity. Call us today to claim your spot, 307-789-8116. That's 307-789-8116. We're off to the rodeo.
Ready is committed to providing superior services to our customers by requiring individual accountability for excellence in quality, safety, and dependability. We are a growing company that is currently hiring across Wyoming, Colorado, Texas, Nevada, Idaho, and elsewhere. Our valued team members receive competitive wages, full benefits, and weekly pay. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
As we welcome you back to the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth, as we get set for the diving here today, we have team scores through 4 events. In third place, Evanston with 61, Kemmer with 100, Lyman with 146. We will have 11 dives from 4 divers, 2 from Kemmer, 2 from Evanston, Hannah Walker and Kaylee Julander from Kemmer, and Alyssa Seapost and Rachel Johnson from Evanston. We'll have the diving right after this. You're tuned in to a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil Swim and Dive live on mylocalradio.com.
With 25 years of successful industry experience, Mountain West Business Solutions looks forward to providing all of our customers with exceptional service, industry-leading technology, and a one-of-a-kind buying experience. Having your office equipped with the right technology makes all the difference in the world. With a lower cost per print, we will supply you with the right technology for the best price. Great people, great products, and great service. Mountain West Business Solutions.
High school sports. We love it. We support it. We're your #1 fan. Trona Valley is your local credit union, and we're proud to invest in relationships that go far beyond banking. We're proud to invest in the lives of our young members and their love for sports. You are champions in our community, and we're here to support you all the way, on a court, on the field, or elsewhere. Together, let's develop lifelong successful financial habits. You're awesome. Trona Valley, member NCUA. TronaValley.com. We're here for you.
Get a degree or certification. Earn your high school GED. Get job skills. Become CPR certified. Or use our free 3D printers and tools. These are just a few of the opportunities available at Uinta BOCES #1. Call 307-789-5742 to learn more.
Early mornings, tired muscles, pride, and grit. At Varsity Inc., we know how much work goes into building competitive teams. We work hard providing the gear you need to celebrate the teams you love. Be your athlete's biggest fan in apparel from Varsity Inc. Come in today, 926 Main Street, Evanston.
Helpful, friendly, and knowledgeable, the staff at Kazine's Ace Hardware is ready to assist with any home improvement project. Kazine's Ace Hardware, the helpful place, has expanded their store and inventory to meet your every need. Next time you're updating, painting, or maintaining your home, or you're in need of small engine repair on your lawnmower, chainsaw, or snowblower, visit Kazine's Ace Hardware at 800 Front Street in Evanston.
And we welcome you back to the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth as we are getting set here for event number 5 of 11, or excuse me, 5 of 12, the diving. Of course, 11 dives, 4 divers here today. As when the diving gets started, we will go silent here in the booth, but we will have the PA announcements, as they will be able to announce the dives and announce the scores. Let's go ahead and recap what we have so far. In the girls 200-yard medley relay, it was taken by Evanston's A-team, Alyssa Sipos, Sarah Fadden, Brooklyn Larson, and Story Hawkins. In second place was, it was taken by Lyman A-team, Lexi Snyder, Eliza Royce, Gracelyn Allen, and Hayden Hewitt. Evanston's A-team takes second, Alyssa Sipos, Sarah Fadden, Brooklyn Larson, and Story Hawkins. And Kemmer's A-team, Kylie Julander, Ava Hunter, Destiny Shepard, and Kylie Batista take third. In the 200-yard freestyle, it was taken by Lyman Sita Bitter. Joni Ellis from Lyman takes second, and Alanis Major completes the sweep for the Eagles, taking third. In the 200-yard individual medley, Hayden Hewitt takes first. Lyman's Hayden Hewitt takes first, Eliza Royce takes second, and Evanston Sarah Fadden takes third. In the 50-yard freestyle, it was won going away by Kylie Price of Kemmer. Kylie Batista of Kemmer takes second, and Tyler Thatcher completes the Ranger sweep in the 50-yard freestyle. As now we get set for the diving, we'll turn it over to the PA announcer.
Alyssa's first dive, 103B, forward, 1 1/2 somersaults, pike position, degree of difficulty, 1.7. Six and 1/2, 6 and 1/2, 7 and 1/2, 5 and 1/2. Hannah's first dive, 401B, inward dive, height position, degree of difficulty, 1.5. Six and 1/2, 6 and 1/2, 6 and 1/2, 7, 7. Rachel's first dive, 103B, forward, 1 1/2 somersaults, pike, degree of difficulty, 1.7. Seven and 1/2, 7, 7, 7 and 1/2, 6 and 1/2. Starting our second round of diving, Kaylee, dive 203C, back, 1 1/2 somersaults, tuck position, degree of difficulty, 2.0. Four and 1/2, 5, 6, 4. Alyssa, 104B, forward, double somersaults, height position, degree of difficulty, 2.3. Five, 3 and 1/2, 4 and 1/2, 5. Hannah, 103B, forward, 1 1/2 somersaults, height, degree of difficulty, 1.7. Score, 6 and 1/2, 6 and 1/2, 5 and 1/2, 4, 5 and 1/2, 6 and 1/2. Rachel, 104C, Forward, 2 somersaults, tuck position, degree of difficulty 2.2. Five and 1/2, 5, 4 and 1/2. Starting our third round of diving, Kaylee, dive 103B, forward, 1 and 1/2 somersaults, pike position, degree of difficulty 1.7. Six and 1/2, 7, 6. Alyssa, 201B, back dive, pike, degree of difficulty 1.6. Hannah, 403C, inward 1 and 1/2 somersaults, tuck 2.2. Five, 4 and 1/2, 6, 4, 4 and 1. Rachel, 301B, reverse dive pike, 1.7. Six, 7 and 1/2, 6 and 1/2, 7 and 1/2, 6 and 1/2. Starting our fourth round of diving, Kaylee, dive 104C, forward 2 somersaults, tuck position 2.2. Five and 1/2, 5 and 1/2, 4, 4. Alyssa, 203B, back, 1 and 1/2 somersaults, pike, 2.3. Hannah, scores 6, 6, 6, 6, 5 and 1/2. Hannah, 5121D, forward, 1 somersault, 1/2 twist, free position, 1.7. Six and 1/2, 4 and 1/2, 5 and 1/2. Rachel, 303C, reverse 1 and 1/2 somersault, tuck, 2.1. Six and 1/2, 6 and 1/2, 5 and 1/2. Fifth round of diving, Kaylee, 5122D, forward, 1 somersault, 1 twist, free, 1.9. 5.5 is 6, 5, 5.5, 6, 5. Alyssa, 303C, reverse 1.5 somersaults tuck, 2.1. Four and 1/2, 4, 5, 5, 5, 4. Hannah, 201B, back dive pike, degree of difficulty 1.6. Seven, 6.5, 7.5, 7, 7. Rachel, 203B, back 1.5 somersaults pike, 2.3. Six, 5.5, 5, 5. Starting our 6th round of diving, Kaylee, 401B, inward dive height, 1.5. Five and 1/2, 5, 5, 4 and 1/2, 5. Alyssa, 301C, reverse dive tuck, 1.6. Five and 1/2, 6, 5, 4 and 1/2, 5. Hannah, 203C, back 1.5 somersaults tuck, 2.0. Four and 1/2, 4 and 1/2, 6, 5 and 1/2, 4 and 1/2. Rachel, 201B, back dive pike, 1.6. Seven, 6 and 1/2, 7 and 1/2, 7. Starting our 7th round of diving, Kaylee, 402C, inward somersault, tuck, 1.6. Six and 1/2, 6, 6, 6 and 1/2, 6 and 1/2. Alyssa, 5132D, forward, 1 and 1/2 somersaults, 1 twist, free, 2.2. Four and 1/2, 4, 5, 4, 4 and 1/2. Hannah, 301B, reverse dive pike, 1.7. Six, 6 and 1/2, 5 and 1/2, 6, 7. Rachel, 401B, inward dive pike, 1.5. Seven, 7 and 1/2, 6. Starting our 8th round of diving. Kaylee, 301C, reverse dive tuck, 1.6. Six, 6 and 1/2, 5 and 1/2, 5, 6. Alyssa, 403C, inward 1 and 1/2 somersaults tuck, 2.2. And 1/2, 6 and 1/2, 5, 5 and 1/2. Hannah, 5122D, forward 1 somersault, 1 twist, 1.9. Five and 1/2, 5 and 1/2, 5, 6 and 1/2, 5 and 1/2. Rachel, 5132D, forward 1 and 1/2 somersaults, 1 twist, 2.2. Five and 1/2, 5 and 1/2, 4, 4 and 1/2. Starting our 9th round of diving, Kaylee, 5221D, back 1 somersault, 1/2 twist, free, 1.7. Five, 4 and 1/2, 4, 4 and 1/2, 4 and 1/2. Alyssa, 404C, inward 2 somersaults tuck, 2.8. Five and 1/2, 5 and 1/2, 4 and 1/2, 5, 4 and 1/2. Hannah, 303C, reverse 1 and 1/2 somersaults tuck, 2.1. Three and a half, 3 and 1/2, 3, 3 and 1/2, 3 and 1/2. Rachel, 5122D, forward somersault, 1 twist, free, 1.9. 5 and a half, 5 and a half, 5, 6 and a half, 5. Starting our 10th round of diving, Haley, 303C, reverse 1 and 1/2 somersaults, tuck, 2.1. One and 1/2, 2 and a half, 2, 2 and a half, 2. Hold on, reread please. 1 and 1/2, 2 and 1/2, 2, 2 and 1/2, 2. Alyssa, 105C. Forward, 2 and a half somersaults, tuck, 2.4. Six, hold please. 7 and a half, 6 and a half, 6 and a half. Hannah, 104C, forward, 2 somersaults, tuck position, 2.2. Two and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 3 and a half. Rachel, 5124D, forward somersault, 2 twists, reposition, 2.3. Six and a half, 6. Starting our final round of diving. Haley, 203C, inward, 1 and 1/2 somersaults, tuck, 2.2. Oh, it's a 403, sorry I read it wrong. 403C, inward, 1 and 1/2 somersaults, tuck. Four and 1/2, 4, 3. Alyssa, 5122D, forward somersault, 1 twist, 3, 1.9. Five and 1/2, 6, 4 and 1/2. Hannah, 5223D, back somersault, 1 and 1/2 twist, free, 2.3. Three and a half, 3, 2 and a half, 2, 2 and a half. Rachel, 403C, inward 1 and 1/2 somersaults, tuck, 2.2. 6.5, 4.5, 4, and this concludes the dive.
And the diving is in the books here at the Evanston Invite between Evanston, Kemmer, and Lyman. 4 divers, 11 dives apiece between Hannah Walker, Alyssa Seapost, Kaylee Julander, and Rachel Johnson. Of course, Walker and Julander from Kemmer, Seapost and Johnson from Evanston. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll get you set for the second part of this one. We have a required 10-minute break between the 10-minute break between the diving and the resuming of the swimming events. And we'll start with the 100-yard butterfly in about probably 10, 12 to 15 minutes. You're tuned in to a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil Swim and Dive live on mylocalradio.com and KNYN.
Dad, did you know that the iris of your eye is more unique than your fingerprint?
Yes, I did. I learned that in optometry school. I'm Dr. Trent Clooney with Uinta Eye and Vision, where we understand that every eye is unique. We are dedicated to carrying on the tradition of great vision care in Evanston. Quality care like I received growing up here. I care about your individual and unique eye health. With over a decade of experience, I'm excited to return to Evanston and once again cheer on the Evanston Red Devils.
Call my dad at Uinta Eye and Vision to schedule an appointment. 307-789-3937.
And we welcome you back to the Les Schwab Plainsire broadcast booth. This portion of our broadcast brought to you by Uinta Eye and Vision, where our vision is to improve yours. As we get set for the second half of our duel, or our meet, really. It was supposed to be an Evanston Kemmer duel, but Lyman is here as well. And through 4 events, they haven't tabulated the score with the diving yet. It is Evanston in 3rd place, Kemmer in 2nd, Lyman in 1st. 61 points for the Red Devils, 100 for the Rangers, and the Eagles flying out in front with 146. Our first event of the day was a win for the Eagles in the 200-yard medley relay. Their A-team of Lexi Snyder, Eliza Reutz, Graceland Allen, and Hayden Hewitt win for the Eagles in the 200-yard medley relay. Second place is Evanston's A-team, Melissa Seapost, Sarah Fadden, Brooklyn Larson, and Story Hawkins. And Kemmer's A-team, Kaylee Julander, Ava Hunter, Destiny Shepard, and Kylie Batista round out the top 3. In the girls' 200-yard freestyle, we have Sita Bitter of Lyman in 1st, Joni Ellis of Lyman in 2nd, and the Eagles competing the sweep with Alanis Major of Lyman in 3rd. In the 200-yard individual medley, it is Hayden Hewitt out of Lyman in 1st, Eliza Reutz from Lyman in 2nd, and Evanston Sarah Fadden in 3rd. We saw some personal bests set by Abigail Bitter of Lyman and Hannah Collada of Evanston. But the 50-yard freestyle was taken by a mile from Kylie Price of Kemmer. Had a great start and a great turn, and that's really, if you can string those two together, that's what you need to do to win this race, and she does that going away in the 50-yard freestyle. Kemmer's Kylie Batista comes in 2nd, and the Rangers complete the sweep with Tyler Thatcher. Well, that is what's gone on so far as we await the results from the diving, as Evanston's Alyssa Seapost and Rachel Johnson, as well as Kemmer's Hannah Walker and Kaylee Julander, were the 4 divers that participated in the diving this morning. We're going to go ahead and take a break. When we come back, we'll get you set for the second portion of our meet here today. This portion of our broadcast has been brought to you by Uinta Eye and Vision, where our vision is to improve yours. We'll be right back after this to get you set. And we'll probably have some time to play the end of the Terry Wilt interview all the way through. You're tuned in to a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil Swim and Dive live on mylocalradio.com.
Dad, did you know that the iris of your eye is more unique than your fingerprint?
Yes, I did. I learned that in optometry school. I'm Dr. Trent Clooney with Uinta Eye and Vision, where we understand that every eye is unique. We are dedicated to carrying on the tradition of great vision care in Evanston. Quality care like I received growing up here. I care about your individual and unique eye health. With over a decade of experience, I'm excited to return to Evanston and once again cheer on the Evanston Red Devils.
Call my dad at Uinta I Envision to schedule an appointment. 307-789-3937.
Red Devil pride runs deep with the team at Callis Automotive. Today's students are tomorrow's leaders. You'll always find quality products at fair prices at Callis Automotive. We're proud to serve our customers, our community, and our Evanston Red Devils. Stop in today. Callis Automotive, your local Napa dealer.
And we welcome you back to the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth. If you're just joining us, through 4 events, Evanston in third with 61 points, Kemmer in second with 100, and Lyman leads with 146. They are tabulating the diving results right now between Hannah Walker of Kemmer, Alyssa Seapost of Evanston, Kaylee Julander of Kemmer, and Rachel Johnson of Evanston. Worthy to note, Johnson has not lost this year yet. We're going to go earlier in the day. We had a chance to play the beginning and the first part of our interview with Coach Terry Wilt of the Evanston Red Devils. We got some time, so we'll go ahead and play that one in its entirety. Here is our conversation with Coach Terry Wilt, brought to you by Jake Major with the Bullock Agency of Wyoming, for when benefits matter. Here with Evanston Red Devil girls swim and dive coach Terry Wilt. Coach Wilt, you guys have your final home meet of the season happening Saturday. Scheduled originally at 10 o'clock, but they've bumped that up to 9 o'clock. Can you tell what the great swim fans in Evanston, what they can expect at that competition?
Yes, tomorrow is our last meet of the season. And so we again are going to be against Kemmer and Lyman, who we were against last time. And we will, so we have some kids away at the band state. And so we have a little bit less kids. Some of our kids that are some of our top swimmers, they're going to be out. So it'll be good. It'll be good for our younger swimmers to get a chance to experience some of the other relays and to be in the relays. Some of our newer, freshmen and even sophomore swimmers will get to swim more in those tomorrow than in previous meets.
One of the highlight athletes that you usually, every meet there's like that highlight athlete that people kind of pay to come see. One of the highlight athletes this year specifically for Evanston is Rachel Johnson, undefeated in the diving. She'll be competing on Saturday. Can you just talk about her a little bit and the kind of season she's had?
Yeah, she's really done a really good job this season. Each meet she has been PRing, and her and Alyssa just PR'd again on their 11 dive list, and she's getting closer and closer to beating her school records. So I'm excited for her and just for the upcoming years too. We got 2 more years with her, and she just gets stronger and stronger each meet.
With her being a sophomore, do you feel like she could beat the school record this year?
I don't know. It's close. It could happen, but probably more like next year. A lot of it is just upping the degree of difficulty in her dives. Once we get those a little bit higher, then she'll be looking pretty strong and looking, good to beat both of the 6 dive and 11 dive records for the school.
Moving on to the racer portion of your team. The number 1 swimmer on the team right now is Brooklyn Larson. She's already qualified in multiple events. You also have Clara and Lyra Hutchinson, who are doing a great job. Talk to us a little bit about the racers that are going to be in on Saturday. We do know that you're missing some of your top racers on Saturday, but talk to us a little bit about those that we'll see on Saturday.
Yeah, sure. We still have Brooklyn. Brooklyn will be racing tomorrow, and yeah, she is our top swimmer. She's now qualified in all events other than diving. She's not a diver, but she definitely has met all the requirements for all the swim events. Lyra and Clara are both also in the marching band, so they're actually going to be away at the state finals for marching band, so we won't see them this weekend. Sarah Fadden, though, is one that has definitely come up and is really doing well. She's almost qualified and almost really all the events, just barely, just by just barely any seconds. That we're looking at now that we're tapering that she could very much qualify in some of the events. And then even Alyssa Seapost, the diver, she's also a great swimmer, so she's in all 3 of the relays, and she kind of holds that spot, our anchor spot on the relays, and so she'll be swimming tomorrow as well.
One thing I noticed at the first home meet for you guys, only 2 seniors, which means you have a lot of talent that you're going to have for at least one more year. And this is a team that's really starting to round into form and find some really, really good results. What's the excitement level like for you looking at the future of this program?
Yeah, this season has been more than I even expected. Last year was great. This year I knew it'd be great, but it really has been just an exceptional season. We've had such a great time, and bringing Corbin Rasmussen on as the assistant swim coach, he has done such a great job with the girls and has worked with them so much on just the technique and getting stronger and stronger that it's a whole different team now from the summertime when the girls were practicing. They're a completely different team now, and they're great. They got good spirits and real supportive, and we're really excited. And really the strongest group is our sophomore class. So we'll get them for a couple more years. And, each year they just get stronger and stronger. So next year we do go back to 4A next year. So it'll be a little bit different of competition, but we'll hold our own there too. We're definitely becoming a team that people are knowing now.
That is Terry Wilt, head coach for Evanston Red Devils girls swim and dive. Coach, thank you so much for the time. Can't wait to see the meet on Saturday. Anything else before we wrap this up?
We just hope to get a lot of people there. The girls are excited, and they like it when people are there to cheer for them and, to support them. And, we're excited to finish up the season and head into conference.
Big thank you to Coach Terry Wilt for joining us on the show today. And, of course, that interview is brought to you by Jake Major with the Bullock Agency of Wyoming, for when benefits matter, as we get set for event number 6, the 100-yard butterfly. As we go through a quick recap of what we have seen so far today, the 200-yard medley relay taken by Lyman's A-team, Lexi Snyder, Eliza Reutz, Gracelyn Allen, and Hayden Hewitt. Second place was Evanston's A-team, Melissa Seapost, Sarah Fadden, Brooklyn Larson, and Story Hawkins. And in third place is Kemmer's A-team, Kaylee Juliander, Ava Hunter, Destiny Shepard, and Kylie Batista. In the 200-yard freestyle, it was taken by Lyman's Sita Bitter. Second place was Lyman's Joni Ellis, and Lyman's Alanis Major takes third. In the 200-yard IM, Hayden Hewitt of Lyman takes first. Eliza Reutz of Lyman makes it a Eagle 1-2. And Sarah Fadden from Evanston rounds out the top 3 in the 50-yard freestyle. Personal best by Abigail Bitter and Hannah Collada. But it was taken by Kylie Price with a dominating performance, a great start and a great turn. And when you put those two together, that's pretty much all it is into that that's pretty much all you can hope for, in the 50-yard freestyle. Second place is Kylie Batista from Kemmer, and third place Tyler Thatcher of Kemmer completes the sweep. We had 4 divers, Kemmer's Hannah Walker and Kaylee Juliander, and Evanston's Alyssa Seapost and Rachel Johnson. As mentioned, Rachel Johnson earlier, the sophomore from Evanston, has not lost all year, and she actually sits, according to the WHSAA website, as the #1 diver in the state at 3A in the 11 dive format. Matter of fact, last time we were here, she set the state leading score at 4:04. We'll see what her score is coming in today. Now we move on to the girls' 100-yard butterfly. 2 heats of this one. And our lane assignments for heat number 1 brought to you by Varsity Inc. Varsity Inc. We're on your team. Actually, it's only 1 heat of this one. So Avery Sill of Lyman in lane 2, Brooklyn Larson of, Avery Sill of Lyman in lane 1, Brooklyn Larson of Evanston in lane 2, and Alanis Major of Lyman in lane 4. So 2, 3, and 4 in the 100-yard butterfly. Those lane assignments brought to you by Varsity Inc. We are on your team. 2 Eagles and a Red Devil as we get ready here to get restarted with our swimming events here at this invite featuring Evanston, Lyman, and Kemmer. Major on the left, Sill on the far right. Evanston's Larson, the lone Red Devil. Here we go. And a good start by Major. But Larson breaks the water at the same time in second place, but it is Alanis Major out in front. Larson, though, trying to close down the gap as we get to the wall first. It is Larson who just, by a fingertip, pulls into the lead. Brooklyn Larson already qualified for state in this event with a 1:12.02. Alanis Major and Avery Sill chasing their state qualifying times, and Larson has jumped down to a body length lead at the halfway point. She has a split 34-36 in second place. It is Major 38-45, 38-9-08 for Avery Sill. Larson already halfway home through the third length of the pool. Gets to the 75-yard mark, right around the 55-second area, and she's got a big lead. Brooklyn Larson of Evanston looks to have a big win today for the Red Devils and give Evanston a chance to climb back into this thing. After 4 events, as the scores were tabulated, they were third, but Larson is going to win by a mile. Avery Sill in second place right now, 1:15.08 for Brooklyn Larson. Avery Sill of Lyman looks to take second place. Comes in with a time of 1:27.43. Major in third with a time of 1:31.65. So Larson of the Red Devils takes the 100-yard butterfly, as that sets us up for our next event, and it is the 100-yard freestyle. And of course, these lane assignments brought to you by Varsity Inc. Varsity Inc., we're on your team. Heat 1 of 2. Lane 2, it'll be Kaylin Lockwood of Kemmer. In lane 3, it'll be Leah Sturgis of Evanston and Jolie Swan of Evanston in lane 4. Those are your lane assignments brought to you by Varsity Inc. Varsity Inc., we're on your team. 100-yard freestyle, so down and back twice. The favorite in this one is Sturgis with the 122.55. Heat 1 of 2. And they're going to get a restart there. Trying to give these girls a chance not to get a false start. And there we go. Looked like a good clean start and a good start here for Lockwood of Kimmer. At the top of the screen, but Sturgis is right there with her. 100 yards, so this is a bit of a sprint, but it's not like the 50-yard where all you need really is a great start and a great turn. If you put those two together, you're almost unbeatable in the 50-yard freestyle. But right now, Lockwood, with about a half body length, her turn here at the 50-yard mark is going to tell us a lot, as Lockwood, the sophomore of Kemmer. Sturgis, the senior from Evanston, though, not giving much ground. It could very well all come down to the final turn at the other end of the pool for Lockwood and Sturgis. Swan in third, but a great turn by Lockwood. Sturgis with the turn, and Lockwood begins to stretch out her lead here in this heat. Heat 1 of 2, so this isn't the varsity heat, but here comes Lockwood, a personal best. Actually doesn't have a listed as her personal best. This is her first time swimming it this year. Stops the clock 1:15.97. Sturgis second with a 1:18. And that's a new personal best. In third place, 1:21.55 by Swan, and all three of them PR'd in that heat. So great job by those three young ladies. As we move on to the lane assignments for the 100-yard freestyle relay, Heat 2 of 2. Joni Ellis of Lyman, the freshman, in lane 1. Lexi Snyder of Lyman, the sophomore, in lane 2. Sida Bitcher, the junior from Lyman, in lane 3. Gracelyn Allen, the freshman from Lyman, in lane 4. Adrienne Dearden, the senior from Kemmer, in lane 5. And Oakley Crane, the freshman from Lyman, in lane 6. Keep your eye on 4 and 2. Allen and Snyder from Lyman, they need to drop about 2 seconds to qualify for state. The favorite here, no surprise, it's Sida Bitcher, the junior out of Lyman. Those lane assignments brought to you by Varsity Inc. Varsity Inc., we're on your team. And we're underway in the varsity heat of the 100-yard freestyle. Good start there by Sida Bitzer. Bitzer won the 200-yard freestyle, looks to double up here in the 100. And a great turn on each side by Allen and Snyder. Lyman, this is why they are leading the meet through 4 events. A very strong performance. Keep your eye, though, on Adrian Dearden over in lane 5. And don't count out Joni Ellis from Lyman as well. We got a great close race here as Bitter with the lead at the halfway mark. Sita Bitter with a body length, but Adrian Dearden in lane 5, challenging for second place here, trying to stop Lexi Snyder. Dearden already through the turn, but Sita Bitter on the way home. Great turn by Snyder for Lyman in lane number 2. Bitter is going to come in and get another big win. Stops the clock. 103.12. Second place is Snyder, 108.95. Third is Dearden, 107.71. Fourth is Ellis. And fifth is Allen. Crane comes in 6th. So first for Bitter, second for Snyder. No one qualifies for state out of this heat. And Dearden comes in 3rd as the fastest time. That 103.12 puts you in. You need to be under 104.94 in the 100-yard freestyle. And now we move on to heat event number 8 of 12. It's the 500-yard freestyle. We're going to have a boy in the water as well to kind of help pace Sarah Fadden. And she's the only one who will be racing for a time here today. Fadden needs to drop 8 seconds in order to qualify for state. And the 500-yard freestyle, that is very possible. As this lane assignment is brought to you by Varsity Inc. Varsity Inc., we're on your team. Get all your Red Devil gear at Varsity Inc. in downtown Evanston. So Fadden, your only official swimmer here, is there will be a young man in the water with her, trying to pace her in lane 4. 20 links to the pool, 10 laps for Miss Fadden, the sophomore from Evanston. Needs to drop 8 seconds in order to qualify for state. And this will be pretty much a time trial. She will win this one because she's the only one entered. And this is an extremely difficult race, an extremely lonely race, as you are in the water where it is quiet. And Fadden all by herself, quite literally in the pool. In this race, she's alone. Probably one of the most lonely moments in all sports, jumping into the water to swim the 500-yard freestyle. You're underwater, you don't hear the crowd very much. It's quiet. It's just you and pushing yourself to the absolute length of your ability. 6:38.13 is Miss Fadden's previous personal best time. As now it's all about finding a rhythm and just kind of falling into that pocket in the middle stages of this race. And Fadden probably having this young man in there to pace her, gives her kind of a target to chase a little bit. Fadden already a quarter of the way through this race. As that's length number 4. 20 links to the pool, 10 laps for Sarah Fadden. Teammates rooting her on. Coach, probably one of the easiest moments for him, as he's got one swimmer and one swimmer only to worry about, and that is keeping this swimmer on pace to come under the 6:30.44 qualifying time for the 500-yard freestyle relay, as Miss Fadden will hit length number 7. Has already completed 200 yards by the time she hits the wall here. Doing a good job keeping the target in range. And at 200 yards, it's around the 2:35 mark. Coach urging her to kick. You can see him in the blue polo walking alongside the pool. And there's length number 9. So we're about halfway through this one as Fadden continues to dig deep. After this race, it'll be fast and furious action, the 200-yard freestyle relay, then the 100-yard backstroke, the 100-yard breaststroke, and it'll end with the 400-yard freestyle relay. Over halfway home, we're going to take a break. You'll still see the races. The ads will be up in the top left corner, and we'll be right back with the conclusion of Miss Fadden's journey in the 500-yard freestyle right after this. You're tuned in to a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Evanston Red Devils Swim and Dive live on mylocalradio.com.
Freeway Tire offers a nationwide service protection plan that covers service parts and labor on select systems, keeping your vehicle on the road. Plus, it includes coverage for towing, lockout service, flat tire changing, fuel, oil, and water delivery service, and jump starts. Knowing that your vehicle is covered at over 50,000 dealer locations nationwide provides that peace of mind wherever you are. Get the details. Visit Freeway Tire and ask about the service protection plan. Freeway Tire, 217 Bear River Drive, Evanston.
Risk takers, adventure seekers, optimists, authentic people with a fire in their belly and greatness in their hearts. You'll find them here, in a place where the spirit of the cowboy lives and thrives.
I am a cowboy.
I am a cowboy.
Soy vaquera.
The world needs more cowboys.
Fadden kicking it into gear here in the 500-yard freestyle relay. Only 125 more yards remaining for Sierra Fadden. Sits around 5:06 right now. Has to come in under 6.5.44 in order to qualify for state. And Fadden doing a great job here. Now overtaking her target with a chance to kind of get going here. Nice move here by the team here at Evanston. Giving Fadden someone to swim alongside. Not an official racer, but someone to kind of pace her as she comes in with only 75 more yards remaining. She's got a real shot. 5 minutes, 43 seconds have elapsed as Fadden only has 2 more lengths, 1 more lap. As we hit the 6-minute mark right now, it's going to be very close. How much does Fadden have left in the tank? She's got to go. Coach and teammates urging her on. Loud here at the Evanston Aquatic Center, Sarah Fadden being urged on by her lap counter. You see them on the other end shaking that sign, telling her go, go, go. It's not going to happen today for Fadden as she has hit the 6:30 mark right there. That's where she needs to be to qualify for state. But she can chase her personal best. 6:38 is the previous time as she comes in to the wall and stops the clock with a 6:42.48 for Sarah Fadden. As we now move on to our next event, it will be the one of the most exciting races in the program. It's the 200-yard freestyle relay. 4 racers per team, each of them swimming a 50. So it is fast and furious. In lane 1, it will be the Evanston B team, as this lane assignment is brought to you by Varsity Inc. Gigi Larson, Jolie Swan, Ella Clarito, and Leah Sturgis. Lane 2, Lyman's A team, Eliza Reutz, Lexi Snyder, Seta Bitter, and Hayden Hewitt. Lane 3, Alyssa Seapos, Sarah Fadden, Story Hawkins, and Brooklyn Larson, the Evanston A team. Lane 4, it's the Kemmer A team, Kylie Batista, Kylie Price, Tyler Thatcher, and Adrienne Dearden. And in lane 5, the Kemmer B team, Kaylin Lockwood, Destiny Shepard, Hannah Walker, and Emma Culler. So again, Lyman B in 1, Lyman A, or Evanston B in 1, Lyman A in 2, Evanston A in 3, Kemmer A in 4, Kemmer B in 5. The favorite, according to seed time, is the Evanston A team. However, it is worthy to note Lyra and Clara Hutchinson, 2 swimmers on that team, not here today. So it is a little bit different of a lineup. But they took second in the 200-yard medley relay. So a chance here for Evanston to get something back. We've not gotten a team update since after event 4 when Evanston was trailing Kemmer and Lyman. 61 for Evanston, 100 for Kemmer. Lyman was leading 146. We anxiously await some updates there, and we should probably get one right here. And we do have an update over the diving results.
So the diving scores in
In fourth place, Kaylee Julander. In third, Kemmer, Hannah Walker, 3:04. Evanston, Alyssa Seapos takes second, 3:79.40. And Johnson will win it, 3:84.25. So Rachel Johnson's perfect season continues. And now we'll see if when we get the team scores, which include the diving next time we get them. As we get set for event number 9, the girls 200-yard freestyle relay. Again, Evanston B in 1, Lyman A in 2, Evanston A in 3, Kemmer A in 4, and Kemmer B in 5. For the A teams, Eliza Reutz for Lyman, Alyssa Seapos for Evanston, Kylie Batista for Kemmer. And we're underway in the 200-yard freestyle relay, and a good start for Reutz and Seapos. But keep your eye on Batista from Kemmer over in lane 4. She's got the lead early, and a good turn by Liza Reutz as well. And we have got the 3-headed monster neck and neck. Getting ready to go in. For Evanston, it'll be Sarah Fadden. For Lyman, it'll be Lexi Snyder. For Kemmer, it'll be Kylie Price. And they are literally all right there. Probably a little bit of a lead for Kemmer. Kemmer B in second. Evanston B, in fourth. Evanston B in fifth. Good turn there by Kemmer's Kylie Price. And now starting to create some separation. Lexi Snyder from Lyman trying to close it down, but Price getting ready to tag in Tyler Thatcher out of Kemmer. In second place, Lyman now brings in Sita Bitter. This could be a big swim for Lyman, and Story Hawkins from Evanston is in. Sita Bitter with a beautiful stroke. Head down, long arms, but over on the other end, Kemmer's Tyler Thatcher already at the turn. Bitter closing down some room here, and Bitter has brought this thing down to less than a body length. Lyman, Sita Bitter trying to set something up. Kemmer about to tack in Dearden. Lyman about to bring in Hewitt Larson for Evanston, the anchor leg. Kemmer 1, Evanston 2, Lyman 2, Evanston 3. Larson trying to close down the gap here as Kemmer's B leads Evanston B. On the way home, it is Adrienne Dearden. the senior from Kemmer, but look at the move here by Hayden Hewitt. She has jumped to the lead. Hayden Hewitt is going to win this thing for Lyman. 153.10. Second place is Kemmer, 154.37. 0.3 of a second ahead of Evanston. Getting ready to round out the top four, Kemmer's B team with Emma Kohler. What a swim by Hayden Hewitt out of Lyman to win it for the Eagles. As Kemmer's B is fourth with a time of 2:21.96 and 2:27.25 for Evanston's B. But what a swim by the combination of Sita Bitter and Hayden Hewitt to combine to win the freestyle relay, the 200-yard freestyle relay for the Eagles. As we move on to our next event, it's the 100-yard backstroke. And heats 1 of 2. Varsity Inc. brings you our lane assignments in Heat 1. In Lane 1, the freshman from Lyman, Abigail Bitter, in Lane 2, Hannah Collada from Evanston in Lane 3, Leah Sturgis, as we have scores. Hold on. In third, Evanston with 158. Second with 170 is Kemmer. And Lyman with 253 leads. So that includes the diving through 9 events, excuse me. And in the 100-yard backstroke, back to our lane assignments brought to you by Varsity Inc. in Heat 1 of 2. Abigail Bitter of Lyman in Lane 2. Hannah Collada of Evanston in Lane 3. Leah Sturgis of Evanston in Lane 4. And Ella Clarito from Evanston in Lane 5. The favorite is Collada with a 2:29.05 over in Lane 3. Those lane assignments brought to you by Varsity Inc. Varsity Inc. We're on your team. 113.66 is the time you have to beat in order to make it to state in this event. And we're underway here in heat number 1 of the girls' 100-yard backstroke. Immediately, Leah Sturgis jumps out to an early lead, but Abigail Bitter of Lyman starting to close down. But keep your eye on Hannah Collada, the favorite out of Lane 3, as she is chasing down Bitter. And at the turn, it is Bitter for the Eagles. Collada in second, Sturgis in third. Those two from Evanston. But Collada starting to close down the gap between her and Bitter at the wall, halfway point. It is Collada, 42.08.06 to 43.32. Sturgis in third, 48.44. And Clarito, the freshman out of Evanston, with a 56.55. Collada extending the gap. Hannah Collada, the junior from Evanston, with a lead, trying to bring it home, trying to top her personal best of 129.05, and she's got a very decent chance of doing it. Clock hits 1:15, and Collada will look like she's going to PR here by a lot, as she'll stop the clock, 1:25.30, so a PR dropping 4 seconds. In second place is Bitter, 1:31.05. She'll drop 6 seconds. And in third place, Sturgis, 1:37.61. Clarito trying to beat her 1:47.43. As she's coming in towards the very finish here, and her time, 1:54.01. Moving on to Heat 2 of the 100-yard backstroke, our Varsity Inc. Lane assignments: Ava Hunter of Kemmer in Lane 1, Story Hawkins of Evanston in Lane 2, Kaylee Julander of Kemmer in Lane 3, Brooke Gossard of Lyman in Lane 4, Kenzie Fackrell of Evanston in Lane 5, and Destiny Shepard of Kemmer in Lane 6. Keep your eye on the favorite. It's Julander. 113.66 is what you need to qualify for state. And Julander comes in with a 113.91 over in Lane 3 out of Kemmer. She has the fastest seed time coming in as well. Lanes go from right to left on your screen, 1 through 6. And we're underway. At the start, Brooke Gossert from Lyman with a strong start, but here comes Julander of Kemmer. At the wall, it is Julander in first. She needs to drop less than 0.3 of a second in order to make it to state. Julander at the halfway point. In second place, though, is Evanston's Story Hawkins. 35.83 puts her on pace for a 1:15. Or take that back. Sorry, puts her on pace for a 1:10. It looks like she's got to pick it up. Julander at the wall at 57 seconds. Hawkins in second for Evanston, looking to PR and get Evanston some points. Julander has 5 seconds. She's got to get there, and don't know if it's going to happen for Julander today. And there goes the 113 mark, but she will win. But Story Hawkins trying to hang on for a second. 116.89 for Julander. Hawkins 128.5. Drops 3 seconds, takes second place. Third place is Fackrell with the 122.42. Fourth place, Gossert. Fifth place, Hunter, and Shepard comes in sixth. And Fackrell drops 2 seconds to take third. As we move on to the 100-yard breaststroke, our lane assignments once again brought to you by our friends at Varsity Inc. Varsity Inc., we're on your team. Heat 1 of 2 in the girls' 100-yard breaststroke. Emma Culler of Kemmer in lane 1. Gigi Larson of Evanston in lane 3. Oakley Crane of Lyman in lane 4. So lanes 2, 3, and 4. Again, it's Culler in 2, Larson in 3, Crane in 4. The favorite is Larson of Evanston, but keep in mind Culler out of lane 2 does not have a seed time. 100-yard breaststroke. And they're going to get everybody to get reset again. Larson with the best starts, but keep your eye on Crane, as this is all about timing. Combining when you can get the most out of that kick. The arms gives you a chance to come up for air, but it is Crane and Larson neck and neck right now for this one. Gigi Larson of Evanston, Oakley Crane of Lyman. Right next to each other. Larson trying to pull ahead a little bit here. Gigi, the sophomore. And at the wall, 48.52 to 47.23. Larson with a little bit of a lead according to the time. Or check that, 46.52 to 47.23, so it is Crane up top. Larson, though, has to start closing down a gap here. Emma Culler of Kemmer, 105.90. And at the wall, at the 75-yard mark, it is just barely by a fingernail, Oakley Crane out of Lyman. Good turn by Larson. Is she going to turn it on at the very end? Crane looks over towards her left and sees Larson. Larson starting to put in a real pull here as Crane tightens up. Gigi Larson now stretching out her lead. She's got a chance to bring this one home. Evanston's Gigi Larson, Lyman's Oakley Crane, and it is Oakley Crane by 0.4 of a second. The touch by Crane barely comes in, 142.8 to 146.9. As Oakley Crane drops 5 seconds from her personal best. Culler bringing it home, but Gigi Larson and Oakley Crane just gave us an exciting race there, and Larson out-touches Crane. Or excuse me, Crane out-touches Larson 142.8 to 6.9. 0.4 of a second quicker. As Emma Culler stops the clock with a 2:21.30, and that will be her start time here. As we move on to heat number 2, the varsity heat of the 100-yard breaststroke, the final individual event of the meet. Tyler Thatcher of Kemmer in lane 1, Brooklyn Larson of Evanston in lane 2, Allie Barchi of Kemmer in lane 3, Eliza Reutz of Lyman in lane 4, Hayden Hewitt of Lyman in lane 5, and Kylie Price of Kemmer in lane 6. That lane assignment brought to you by Varsity Inc. The favorite is Allie Barchi of Kemmer with a 1:19.14. But keep your eye on lane 5. Hayden Hewitt needs to drop less than half a second in order to qualify for state. She comes in with a seed time of 1:24.15. 1:23.96 is the 3A qualifying time in this event. And she will be over in lane 5 for Lyman. 3 Rangers, 2 Eagles, and a Red Devil. And we're underway in the final heat of the 100-yard breaststroke. The final individual race of this meet. Off to an early lead, it's Barchi of Kemmer, but keep your eye on Brooklyn Larson of Evanston. She's trying to do something, but Liza Reutz currently in second place. So we've got a bit of a race here at the first wall. Good turns by everyone involved, but look at the form by Allie Barchi. Bringing the arms in along with the shoulders, creating a streamline through the water. Barchi in first, 36.38. Second place is Hewitt, 38.22. And a whole bunch of them right there. Reutz and Hewitt, teammates battling for second place right now, but keep your eye on Brooklyn Larson as well. At the 75-yard mark, though, Allie Barchi looks to be in total control of this race for the Kemmer Rangers. Reutz with a great turn, but keep your eye on lane 5, Hayden Hewitt. She needs to be under 1:23.96, and we're at 1:09 right now in the final length of the pool. Barchi looking to win this one, and the favorite will stop the clock with a 1:18.90. Second place is Reutz, 1:20.24. Third place is Larson with a 1:22.30. Hayden Hewitt, 1:22.49. She is in. Hayden Hewitt qualifies for state, takes fourth in the race. Reutz takes second. 1:22.49. Fifth place is Thatcher. Sixth place is Price. 1:22.49. And that indeed does get her into the state meet. So congratulations to Hayden Hewitt. It looks like at 1:22.49, she's in. Moving on to our final event, it's the 400-yard freestyle relay. One heat between all of these teams. One more time, as we'll probably get a points update going into the final event. Lane assignments brought to you by Varsity Inc. Evanston's B team, Rachel Johnson, Ella Clorito, and Leah Sturgis and Jolie Swan, as we have team scores through the first 11 events. With one to go. Third, 2:13 Evanston. And second, 2:42 Kemmer. That means Lyman with a good lead. 300 points for Lyman. So, looks like Lyman's going to take this one. Evanston and Kemmer battling for second place. In the 400-yard freestyle relay event, 12 of 12, one heat in lane 1. It will be the B team of Evanston, Rachel Johnson, Ella Clarito, Leah Sturgis, and Jolie Swan. Lyman's A team is in lane 2, Alanis Major, Joni Ellis, Graceland Allen, and Sida Bitter. In lane 2, Evanston's A team with Hannah Colada, Alyssa Sipos, Story Hawkins, and Kenzie Fackrell. In lane 3, Kemmer A team, Adrian Dearden, Kylie Price, Tyler Thatcher, Kaylee Julander. In lane 4. In lane 5, it's the Lyman B team with Avery Sill, Abigail Bitter, Briley Dalk, and Brooke Gossard. And we're underway in the final event of our meet here today. Good, strong start by Evanston's Hannah Colada. But Adrian Dearden, the senior of Kemmer, trying to bring that gap through as Colada with an early lead. Great turn, though, by Dearden. Also keep your eye on Alanis Major, the sophomore out of Lyman. The Evanston B team holding on thanks to Rachel Johnson. Evanston with the lead at the 50-yard mark, 36-4 for Hannah Collada. But Adrienne Dearden off in second place. Hyman in third with Alanis Major. At the 75-yard mark, it is still the Red Devils with about a body length lead as Evanston will get ready to tag in Alyssa Seapost. Kemmer will send in Kylie Price for the Red Devils, and Lyman soon to send in Joni Ellis. Seapost in for Evanston. Or check that. Yes, Seapost in for Evanston according to the sheet. And now off in second place, here comes Kylie Price. Has caught the Red Devils. And Kemmer's A team with the lead. Price on top. Good turn there for the Rangers, and now the Red Devils off in second. I believe they switched that up. I believe that's Kenzie Fackrell actually swimming the second leg, not the fourth leg. So that's Kenzie Fackrell in the water for Evanston. Price for Kemmer with a good swim here, but keep your eye on Joni Ellis, the freshman from Lyman, trying to overtake Evanston for second place as Kemmer will send in Tyler Thatcher. 2:05.51 halfway through the relay for the Rangers. Ellis trying to catch Fackrell. And into the water. According to it, it should be Story Hawkins, but Hawkins is staying there. This might be Seapost into the water for Evanston. Not sure, as the heat sheet has kind of gone a little wonky. Fackrell does just get out of the water. This also might be Collada into the water, and it might have been Seapost to lead things off for the Red Devils. As right now, Tyler Thatcher leads, and Gracelyn Allen overtakes the Red Devils, trying to set up Sita Bitter on the anchor leg. And we got a great race between the Lyman and Evanston B teams, only about 0.2 of a second lead for Lyman. Gracelyn Allen for Lyman with a big opportunity here, as I think it was Seapost who led things off for the Red Devils, as Story Hawkins will get ready to go onto the block, and Kaylee Julander in the water for Kemmer to try to shut this thing down. Sita Bitter, who has had a great meet today, looks to do it for the Eagles, and she's got about a length to make up. Hawkins into the water for the Red Devils. And that was Collada swimming that leg for Evanston. Dearden already to the halfway point for Kemmer. In the B team race, it looks like Bradley Dalk for Lyman and Leah Sturgis in for the Red Devils, or it is Brooke Gossard and Jolie Swan. Dearden already headed home. Bitter has gained a little bit of time, but it may not be enough, as Hawkins hits the wall and sends it home for the final lap. But Dearden of Kemmer trying to make a move here for the Rangers in the final event of the race. Dearden of Kemmer looking to win this thing, and she will do just that. Stops the clock with a 4:32.85. Look at the swim by Sita Bitter as she has picked up some massive time. Comes in second, 4:40.23 for Lyman. And the Evanston A team with Hawkins will come in third place with a 4:49.57. The B team race is on as Jolie Swan and Brooke Gossard, according to the heat sheet, are in the water right now for the Eagles. Gossard for Lyman looking to bring it home, and Evanston with Jolie Swan, according to the heat sheet, in looking to close this thing down with a great time. And here comes the B team. Gossert stops the clock, 5:24.24, and now the final swimmer to close down the meet here in Evanston out there. Here she comes. Is that actually, they might have mixed things up again, as that might be Leah Sturgis, not sure. And they do stop the clock, and it is Sturgis with a 4:44.37, and that concludes the meet, as we will give you the final scores right after this. You're tuned in to a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil Swim and Dive live on mylocalradio.com.
Precision, the quality, condition, or fact of being exact and accurate.
Precision is important. Scoring the next point, making the perfect shot, getting the best score. And when you think of your dentist, you want precision to be the first word that comes to mind. That's why patients are so pleased with Dr. McKay Frankum. He provides precision dentistry at reasonable prices to every patient. Dr. McKay Frankum. Call today for an appointment.
Call Dr. McKay Frankum at 789-8910.
The very best place to stay when you visit Evanston, Wyoming is the Best Western Dunmar Inn. This amazing hotel is located on 10 beautiful acres and offers clean, comfortable rooms with amazing beds, a fitness center, an outdoor pool, open in the summer, and a wonderful on-site restaurant that provides a complimentary breakfast with every stay, all at an affordable rate. Whenever your travels bring you to Evanston, Wyoming, make all your room reservations at the Best Western Dunmar Inn, 1601 Harrison Drive. Fast, fresh, delicious. 3 words that describe your experience every time you enjoy a delicious meal with Jimmy John's. Utilizing the freshest ingredients, home-baked bread, and professional sandwich building skills, the team at Jimmy John's always delivers a mouth-watering sandwich to satisfy any hunger. Jimmy John's. Freaky fast, freaky fresh. Visit any of our locations today in Evanston, Rock Springs, Sheridan, and Gillette.
And we welcome you back, sorry about that, to the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth. Why is that so much louder than everything else? Elan Olliff here live at Evanston Aquatic Center as we go into our Jimmy John's Freaky Fast recap. Brought to you by Jimmy John's on 113 Front Street in Evanston, where fast and fresh meet. It got started with the girls' 200-yard medley relay as the Lyman A team of Lexi Snyder, Eliza Reutz, Graceland Allen, and Hayden Hewitt take the win. Second place is the Evanston A team of Alyssa Sipos, Sarah Fadden, Brooklyn Larson, and Story Hawkins. And in third place is the Kemmer A team of Kaylee Julander, Ava Hunter, Destiny Shepard, and Kylie Batista. Moving on to the 200-yard freestyle, it was won by Lyman Sita Bitter. Joni Ellis takes second, and Alanis Major completes the Eagle sweep in the 200-yard freestyle. In the 200-yard IM, Lyman's Hayden Hewitt wins it. Sarah Fadden of Evanston comes in third, but Eliza Reutz of Lyman takes second. In the 50-yard freestyle, we saw some personal bests, one from Abigail Bitzer from Lyman, one from Hannah Collada of Evanston, but the event was won by Kylie Price of Kemmer, going away. Second place is Kylie Batista of Kemmer, and the Rangers sweep the 50-yard freestyle thanks to Tyler Thatcher taking third. In the diving, 4 divers, 11 dives. In fourth place was Kemmer's Kaylee Julander. Third place with a 304 was Hannah Walker of Kemmer. Alyssa Sipos takes second out of Evanston with a 379.40. And Rachel Johnson continues her perfect season, winning here today, has yet to be beaten with a 384.25. In the 100-yard butterfly, Brooklyn Larson of Evanston takes the win. Avery Sill of Lyman takes second, and Alanis Major is third out of Lyman. In the 100-yard freestyle, the first heat saw all 3 girls, Caitlin Lockwood, Leah Sturgis, and Jolie Swan, all break their seed times and get personal bests. And in the 100-yard freestyle, it was won by Sita Bitter of Lyman. Lexi Snyder of Lyman takes second, and Graceland Allen of Lyman takes third. With only one competitor doing the 500-yard freestyle. It was Evanston's Sarah Fadden. 6:42.48 was her final time. Then we move on to the 200-yard freestyle relay. It is taken by Lyman's A team. Eliza Reutz, Lexi Snyder, Sita Bitter, and Hayden Hewitt with the win. Second place is the Evanston A team, is the Kemmer A team, and Evanston's A team takes third. And the 100-yard backstroke, Abigail Bitter in Heat 1 improves her seed time by 6 seconds, and Hannah Collada improves hers by 4. In the breaststroke, it was won by Kemmer's Kaylee Julander. Second place is Story Hawkins out of Evanston, dropping 3 seconds, and Kenzie Fackrell drops 2 seconds to take third place out of Evanston. And the 100-yard breaststroke, and that was in the backstroke, and the 100-yard breaststroke, in the first heat, it was an absolute fireball. Oakley Crane beats Gigi Larson by 4 seconds to drop 5 seconds out off of her personal best, so the Lyman Eagle wins that one. In the 100-yard breaststroke varsity heat, Allie Barchi of Kemmer gets the win. Second place is Eliza Reutz out of Lyman. Brooklyn Larson takes third, and Hayden Hewitt of Lyman had a seed time of 1:24.15, needs to be under 1:23.96, comes in with a 1:22.49 unofficially to unofficially punch her ticket for state. Moving on to the final event, the girls 400-yard freestyle relay. Great swim by Adrienne Dearden and Kylie Price, as well as Tyler Thatcher and Kaylee Julander to win it for Kemmer's A team. Sita Bitter makes things very tight for the Lyman Eagles, along with Alanis Major and Joni Ellis, as well as Gracelyn Allen, as Lyman takes second, and the Evanston B team of Hannah Collada, Alyssa Sipos, Story Hawkins, and Kenzie Fackrell takes third. Your final team scores, it's Evanston in third place with 237, Kemmer in second with 274, and Lyman takes the win with a 326. That's your Jimmy John's Freaky Fast Recap, brought to you by Jimmy John's on 113 Front Street in Evanston, where fast and fresh meat. We're going to step aside. When we come back, we'll have our Dr. McKay Frankum Race of the Meet. You're tuned in to a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil Swim and Dive, live on mylocalradio.com.
Here at our clean energy facility in Evanston, we take great pride in fabricating and manufacturing equipment to make the carbon-free transportation mission possible. The diversity of the operation leads to a need for a variety of skill sets at the facility here in Evanston. We perform TIG welding, MIG welding, small pipe and tube bending, laser cutting, control panel fabrication, assembly of pressure-containing equipment, and valve repairs. Natural gas-fueled vehicles make business sense. Clean Energy, 1600 Union Drive, Evanston.
With over 45 years of experience, Dr. Casey Davis at Davis Chiropractic can provide you with a whole range of services, including spinal adjustment, cold laser treatments, platform vibration therapy, and more. Davis Chiropractic is open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Precision, the quality, condition, or fact of being exact and accurate.
Precision is important. Scoring the next point, making the perfect shot, getting the best score. And when you think of your dentist, you want precision to be the first word that comes to mind. That's why patients are so pleased with Dr. McKay Frankum. He provides precision family dentistry at reasonable prices to every patient. Dr. McKay Frankum, call today for an appointment.
Call Dr. McKay Frankum at 789-8910.
And we welcome you back to the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth for our Dr. McKay Frankum Race of the Meet. And usually we wouldn't go here, but it was too exciting. We got to go to the, I guess you could say, the JV meet, so to speak, of the 100-yard breaststroke. Gigi Larson and Oakley Crane race in this one, where Crane barely beats Gigi Larson by 0.5 of a second. It was an exciting race. And that is your Dr. McKay Frankum Precision Race of the Meet, brought to you by Dr. McKay Frankum Precision Dentistry for the whole family. Call 307-789-8910 for your appointment today. We'll be right back after this to wrap things up from the Evanston Aquatic Center with our Pepsi Performer of the Meet on a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil Swim and Dive, live on mylocalradio.com.
Water testing, water development, community enhancement grants, and seedling trees, education programs, and specialty workshops helping to preserve agriculture and natural resources in Uintah County. Uintah County Conservation District is here to serve you. Visit our website today at uintahcountycd.com.
Western Wyoming Beverages has been proudly owned and operated in Wyoming for over 50 years, providing reliable service, friendly staff, and the nation's top beverage products, including Pepsi. We always strive to be the premier business partner for our customers. Western Wyoming Beverages services Rock Springs, Green River, Jackson, Evanston, Kemmer, Pinedale, Wamsutter, Big Piney, Mountain View, and Lyman. Go Red Devils!
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tire broadcast booth. Before we bring in Coach Terry Wilt for our post-meet press conference, we have to give out our Pepsi Performer of the Meet. And it's brought to you by Western Wyoming Beverages. Pepsi, that's what I like. And what do we like? Even though it is a bit of doesn't top her best score that she put up last time she was here, we like perfection, and the sophomore Rachel Johnson remains unbeaten and probably the big favorite to take the state title at the 3A. So for a sophomore, that's pretty good. So Rachel Johnson gets our Pepsi Performer of the Meet, brought to you by Western Wyoming Beverages. Pepsi, that's what I like. Now bringing in to the Les Schwab Plains Tire broadcast booth to wrap things up, we have coach of the Evanston Red Devils girls swim and dive team, Miss Terry Wilt. And Miss Wilt, we got to look at this with a little bit of a caveat. Clara Hutchinson, so many big names.
Raquel Rasmussen.
A lot of your relay swimmers were not here today because of the marching band state finals in Casper. So looking at it through that lens, yes, third place I'm sure is a little bit disappointing, but looking at it through that lens, how do you look at this performance?
Yeah, definitely. It's, it is a little bit disappointing sometimes when you see, some of the events that we know we can always take, but it is what it is, and we do have girls that are in multiple school activities, and it's great that they do that. And it also, though, made a couple of our girls step up to plate because we had to move them up to like the A relays and had to put them in events that they're not quite used to. And both Story Hawkins as well as Hannah Collada both stepped it up, dropped 4 seconds. Hannah did on her back, and same as Story's continuing dropping time. So it was good for the young ones that haven't swam a lot, or newer, less experienced, to get that opportunity to swim more and swim different events because we kind of needed them, to cover for those who are gone.
Story Hawkins, not only does she drop 3 seconds from her backstroke time, she actually comes in second in the big heat to Kaylee Julander of Kemmer, of course, another name that is pretty big at 3A swimming. So you're talking about her stepping up and these younger guys stepping up. But let's talk a little bit about Rachel Johnson and Alyssa Seapost. Johnson wins it. Seapost takes second. Johnson has some great dives, but I saw your reaction to, I think it was a double somersault that Alyssa did, and it looked like that was something that you guys have been working on for a while because you just couldn't contain yourself.
Yeah, it's actually a front 2.5 somersault, which it's a pretty high-level dive for high school level. We might see probably maybe one or two others at state that even compete it. Not too many can even compete that dive, and it is something that it's just been meet after meet after meet of trying to nail it. So when you finally do, it feels so good, both for her, and I'm excited for her, and just the hard work has kind of paid off. And same thing with her inward double. She'll probably be the only girl who competes an inward double at state, and today she did definitely better on it than she has in her past meets. So it's her hard work is showing and it's paying off.
No surprise, Brooklyn Larson wins the 100-yard butterfly, one of the big victories for Evanston today. And what can you just say about that sophomore? She's your number one scorer. You got her for 2 more years after this. And it's just every time she seems to hit the pole, she's going to be one of the top ones in there, no matter what the event. She also competed in the breaststroke and took second place there when she had the 3rd fastest seed time.
Yeah, Brooklyn, she's just an all-star. She's amazing both in and out of the pool, and when she gets in the pool, it's exactly that. She's ready to compete, and she's a competitor, and she'll fight till the end. And This week we've had 3 meets, and so it's good training going into conference. The kids are exhausted, and that's kind of want that. We want them to be, at their peak, and then now we'll start tapering. And so even with her being, pretty worn out, she still got in the pool. We, did what we asked, and she's definitely our top swimmer. She's got 2 more years, and she's only going to get better and better.
I was going to ask, this is your 3rd meet of the week, and I was actually going to ask, does it feel like that gives you a little bit of an advantage going into conference next week, having such a heavy schedule this week and such a lighter schedule next week?
Yeah, you can look at it both ways. Competing, you're at your max, and so you're using those muscles, and it's not much recovery time when you have a meet after a meet. So there is that, and then once we start recovering and tapering, then those muscles will start recovering. With that said, we also didn't practice on those days. We were just competing. And so we hope that this was a good step into going into tapering week and going into conference, that it, just gives the kids more experience in the water and in the races.
That is Coach Terry Wilt of the Evanston Lady Red Devils Swim and Dive Team. Coach, thank you so much for the time. Thank you so much for letting us come and broadcast these 2 home meets for you guys. It's been a lot of fun. And, of course, best of luck in the postseason. We'll be catching up with you later on. Anything else before we wrap it up?
No, thanks for coming. And we always love having you guys here, and love that people get an opportunity to watch it, from home as well.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And that's going to do it for our broadcast here of the Evanston Swimming Invite featuring Kemmer, Evanston, and Lyman. A big thank you to our producer at the studio in downtown Evanston, Mr. Colton Bagley, our web producer and webmaster, Sean Hando, our executive producer and owner, who we could not do this without, the great Val Cook, our sales manager, Matt Petrie, our office manager, Kayleen Anderson, our sales associates, Julie Burley and Sarah Pay. And on behalf of the rest of the staff at My Local Radio Sports, we have Voice of the Valley, Mr. Anthony Colasuno, Voice of the Jackson Bronx, Mr. Jake Nichols, Voice of the Westside Pirates in Idaho, Mr. Cody Olson, Voice of the Preston Indians in Idaho, Mr. Dan Hubbard, and my good friend, Voice of the Rich Rebels in Utah, Mr. Aaron Poling. I'm Elan Olliff, and we'll see you next time the ball flies, which will be right here on mylocalradio.com and on the radio at KNYN. Evanston wraps up the football season in Green River on Thursday night, October 19th, live from Green River. Kickoff at 6 o'clock, pregame at 5:15, presented by Kazine's Ace and Furniture. Thank you guys so much. Have a great weekend, and take care.
The proceeding has been a wholly owned production of MyLocalRadio.com and Cook Brothers Broadcasting, LLC. No portion of which may be used or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Cook Brothers Broadcasting, LLC. Thank you for joining us for this sports presentation on MyLocalRadio.com.